because Europe thought it could not deal with its own racism towards Jews. And when racism towards Jews reached its climax in the Holocaust, one moment after the end of the Second World War, not one European politician, not one European intellectual in West, Central and East Europe said to the Jews of Europe, come back to Europe. We will build together a Europe that is anti-racist, where Holocausts and any kind of racism towards other people would not happen. No, all the intellectuals of Western Europe, all the leaders of Europe came and said, we very much like an idea that we heard from evangelical Christianity and some Jewish intellectuals. Europe inherently cannot solve a Jewish problem. So we have a much better solution. We will build a Western European Jewish state at the heart of the Arab world, at the heart of the Muslim world, at the expense of the Palestinians. And if you think that someone would come then, whether it's 1882 or 1945, and say to people, wait a minute, that doesn't even sound logical. Forget about morality. Forget about international law. Forget about justice. How does this sentence sound logical to you? That because you have a problem of racism, you are helping to colonize an Arab country, to dispossess it and Judaize it in the name of solving a European problem of racism. It's the European Jewish complex that the Palestinians have to pay for. And they pay so dearly that now they're paying with the genocide of Gaza. And you would have thought that at least the genocide in Gaza would reopen this question for Europeans. Because for so many years, especially Western Europe, gave the Israelis the impression that they are organically connected to Western Europe. It doesn't matter that geographically Israel is in the Middle East, culturally and organically it's Europe. It's being the most important trade ally with Israel. It's buying weapons from Israel and selling weapons for Israel. But more than anything else, providing it is immunity even when the worst crimes are committed by this state against the Palestinians. So those of you who were surprised about European political and cultural indifference to the genocide in Gaza, I suggest look at it as the ability of West Europe in particular, but not only West Europe, to look and accept that part of West Europe, or a society in West Europe, a state that belongs to West Europe, can commit genocide again after the Second World War. It was very easy to blame Russia with crimes that reminded people of the Second World War. But when organic part of Europe is doing it, Europe is silent and gives immunity. And then we hear all the hypocrisy. If you want to help deal with your own past, with your own racism, you have to help us in the struggle for a free, decolonized and democratic Palestine. That is the only way that you yourself will be able to deal with your current racism that is not directed against Jews anymore, but is directed against Arabs and Muslims in the continent.